Good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm back. Um, I wasn't supposed to really you know, possibly be on today. I was supposed to be doing something else, but due to things that happened with the so-called Roe versus Wade decision, ooh, right? Oh yeah, it is burning down. This is an insult to our democracy. We must um fight back, as they say. We have a right to choose and all that other stuff they've been saying, and you're like, okay, come on, people. Like, what's really going on? Like, you almost want to say, can't we all get along? Unfortunately, that's not the case. Actually, to tell you the truth, it's actually worse than that. So, um, I know I was out and about and, you know, battle of the mind right now, as they would say. Battle of the mind, the battle of context. Nobody seems to get it. Um, I would say that there's mhm. um it's been very last about the last 30 hours or whatever. It's been very, very thing. Supreme Court ruled on gun rights. Then they ruled on this. And kind of like where do we go from here, but I don't think they understand that these decisions were monumental. And if women want to feel they have the right to do that, they have a right to feel that. But I would say, doesn't people on the other side have a right to feel that they're not against it? And my thing, another thing is not, you know, so much of that. It's because nobody seems to have read in the Constitution. And it only says it turns back to the states. Down here in Virginia, abortion is still legal up to 15 weeks or 13, whatever. So you have plenty of time. I mean, I don't agree with birth control and stuff anyway because of the medical thing. It causes women to lose their hair. It causes them to get ovarian cancer and stuff like that. I don't agree with those procedures anyway. Not because of that, but more so because of the impacts it has on the body. As far as the person that's always been in health and stuff, I'm not really for that. So, but they are caught condoms. Strap up. I mean, take two to tango. Like they keep saying, the woman's right, but what about the man's right? Then the sperm has to impregnate the egg, and that's in balanced life. Everything has to be impregnated by a sperm or a seed. So if that's the case, then what are we complaining about? We've lost the basic concept of nature itself, and it's very tough when people have not read the law, because Roe does not say that you cannot have an abortion. It says that you cannot. It says that it goes back to the states, and what the states do, that's what the states do. But if that's the case, you can move to Virginia, or you can move to any state that allows it. And some states may ban it. That's what they may do, but that's on them. So, just like people during the pandemic or during COVID, they moved to other states to what? Get away from tyrannical government laws, or the government trying to force their will, or state or transgender rights, or whatever the case may be, or school indoctrination. Um, I'm just trying to say, hey, don't call it insurrection on this end if you're not calling insurrection on this end. Be fair across the board. Don't be a hypocrite. It's for the sellouts in front of the Supreme Court. The Maxine Waters types, Al Green, even AOC. What are they doing? Why are they there? Right? Nobody's answering these questions. You know why? Because you can't. Um, but I will say that Clarence Thomas, like him or not, they said they might have to go after that daggone gay marriage because it's laws of sodomy. They tried to move sodomy in the books in 2009 when Barack Obama was president. Remember that? Hey, rip it all apart. Go back to the way it was founded. As my good friend Turner says, take it back to 1776. So, and that may not strike well with a lot of people, but what I'm saying is, if you look at this constitutional law, rip it all up, rip this stuff, these draconian laws out. We don't need this stuff. Like people saying they have a right to choose. They always had a right to choose. You got two choices, life or death. Which one do you prefer? See, when Joe Biden said yesterday, stop it. Hold on, my fault, Miss Queen. Yeah, my event got canceled, so I started earlier. My mistakes. Yeah, that's my fault. So forgive me for that. Falling asleep. My apologies. So that's my fault. They inciting just you're right, Bishop. They are inciting violence. Isn't that what the folks on January 6th did? That's exactly right. That's very interesting that they did. You're right. They did. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's a true statement. I can agree with that. However, they don't care about nothing but democracy. Oh no, they don't care nothing about no democracy. Matter of fact, they don't care about anything. Communism 101. Yeah.
My bad. What up? What up, man? My bad.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you. How
Yeah,
do
I
I
can hear
sound?
you too. But I got the echo again.
Mm,
Let me cut this fan on.
that's weird.
All right. All right.
What about now? You still got it?
You got a
Still,
you got a window open or something?
Mm-mm.
No, that's more like on your tab.
All right. Yeah, I closed it.
You got it?
Yeah, how's that sound?
But that's still not to get rid of echo. But I don't know. Either happen every time you come on. I just got to deal with it. I can't worry about it. We got to figure that stuff out soon. But my thing is about this Roe versus Wade in this gun court. Last couple of days I've been saying, I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens. But you saw what happened to Arizona State House. Wouldn't that be called an insurrection?
Damn.
Hmm?
Exactly.
Isn't that an insurrection?
Man.
You know, I sent you and some other people about this guy got shot down here in Richmond called Brewers Cafe. They've been attacking him all day, today, yesterday. I'm like, because they made opinion that they seen people making some very, very. If I have an abortion, I'm gonna name it AJ. U.S. border right. Let's go protest out in front of his business. You get your business shut down. We need to take our business back to Starbucks. And I thought Starbucks a couple years ago told you we don't want you in here. With that case, right? So
with the black dude,
me and a lady and some people, we got together. We started doing a little shit, a little bit. But when you tell them, hey, read the Constitution, Ten Commandments, God, they come back and they don't want to have an argument. Matter of fact, one of them just got a check and said, "Have a nice day." No, when you come in the chat with your facts, you don't want to get with me. You don't want to get with her.
Oh, somebody just came in the chat. Somebody just was kind of like they said, "Have a nice day" in the chat.
They say have a nice day. Can't feel like trying to end the conversation.
Yeah, like they're trying to end the conversation. Yeah, that's all.
They don't want to sit there and keep on expanding.
Wow.
Now I go to the brother's coffee shop quite often. It's not like he's some. They keep on talking about like he get far right people to support you, but he's got a lot of people that came in there like Democrats that come there. I ain't seen no Republicans come to the shop. I know maybe the governor of Virginia, but ain't too many. So to me, they're hypocrites anyway. And I know Joe Biden came there. So it goes to show you that you can't go against the Democrats without fear being built. Or even like the brother I don't want to talk about the brother's medical history. But he did tell you, I just put it out there. I just saw it online. They said you need to get the kidney back, right?
Damn, so, they was on him, though. They was on his page.
Oh yeah, you saw it, right?
Talking about fuck you and everything.
Yeah.
Everything like, damn, how do you act like that to people?
Yeah.
Damn.
So have we become
their way, man?
Attack dogs?
White
supremacists? Because even the people that support him, but you did have one young lady now, with limit she did put in there that you got Chick-fil-A in organizations that consider the anti-LGBT, but you ain't going after them. Chick-fil-A anti-abortion too. Why you ain't going after them? If that's what you're saying. Because you're hypocrite. And you're talking out both sides of your mouth. So we got a discussion. Are these real people? Or are these bots? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm like Anderson King. I'm just asking. Because they can't be human, man. I don't know what's going on. This is some straight up savage stuff. I've been seeing women talk about, I'm not giving a man none if he support this, blah 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 blah. Knock it off, man. It take two to tango. That's why I say the sperm got to impregnate the egg. But I said I don't even want to get into that discussion. See, I don't get into all that discussion about is a woman right to choose, blah blah blah. I don't get into that. I get into the basics of Roe versus Wade, which says that the states make the rules on what they do in your state. That's all it says. So it's not about ending abortion and the world is coming to an end and all this stuff. It's not about that. It's not about that. If your state say no, hey man. But I do not agree with Dick Sporting with these other things, Gucci and these other ones saying they will pay for your accent.
Oh, they said you gotta pay the other women should pay. That's what they were saying.
Yeah, they'll transport you and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, they'll transport you and all that stuff. Yeah, all that other stuff.
But see, they don't talk about you know how when the Roe versus Wade first hit, man, how you see what I'm saying, these abortions was you know, they was, you know what I'm saying, on the incline, man, and so you know, that just goes to show too, man, these people are trying to you know what I'm saying, really it's like protection of, you know, they're trying to just protect their own people. They but then at the same time, they know a lot of us are foolish enough to you know, a lot of our women are foolish enough to go with that, man. So a lot of our women go with that. Like I said, they don't be talking about contraceptives. They don't be talking about safe sex. Anything to prevent anything, preventative measures. None of that stuff, man. So, excuse me. So what does that tell you?
Tell me somebody lying.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like they want the women to use that the birth control and stuff like that. I mean, excuse me, abortion for birth control. They want you to be ignorant. They don't want you to be doing your research or anything like that when it comes down to anything like that, man. They want you to be ignorant. They want you to be a fool. You see what I'm saying? They want you to be really, really, really ignorant, man, to the fact, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand. I don't get why, you know, our women, they fall for it, but, you know, Margaret Sanger and this feminist movement then hijacked our women's minds a long time ago, man. So, yeah, man, you know, it's been like this for a hot little minute, a hot little second. When it comes down to our women, man, so I'm already knowing, you see what I'm saying, the kind of control, you know, I'm going to say, what's the name, conditioning that they under, man, you know what I'm saying, and it's a crazy situation, man, but at the same time, you got to do what you got to do. You got to, you know, stop thinking, you know, you can't think, you know, and feed into these females, because, you know, they'll say women will call, you know, whoa, she's talking about white supremacy this and system that, and, you know, the white man trying to control me, this and that, but at the same time, you done been under the white woman's spell for a long time, man, so you can't pick and choose which one you want to be under, man. You shouldn't want to be under none of them, you know. That's a funny little dynamic with that. But, you see what I'm saying? They you know, it's always been about this certain issue, man. But at the same time, I just think, you know, why, you know, like I said, you know, last night, these females make it seem like they put something in legislation to stop these, you know, women from getting it. They didn't put that for them to stop them from getting it. You know what I'm saying? The states have, you know, are going to decide, and at the same time, they made it seem like, you know what I'm saying? There's a law or something on the books to where they're saying that they can't have kids, the way they're acting. But it's funny, you know. This is exactly opposite, man. You see what I'm saying? Just want to protect, you know, and make sure the women, you know what I'm saying, don't kill their kids. I mean, I don't, you know, oh man, you know, man controlling me and this and that, and it's just like, it's crazy, man. I mean, you know, you wouldn't think that we even speaking on the certain issue that we speaking on. You see what I'm saying, BJ? You wouldn't even think that we're speaking on killing kids, but we are. You see what I'm saying?
Like let me play something for you.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find it now. Oh, here it is. That was in Arizona.
Wow.
They were the capital. State house something. You know what I'm saying? F
F
you,
you,
my
my
body, my
body, my
choice.
choice.
See,
Got a
like,
Got a
question though.
question though.
mm-hmm.
Is my
Is
body,
my
my
body
choice
my
when it
choice
comes to
when
the
it comes to
jab?
the jab?
Ooh, exactly, exactly.
Well, this
Well,
week,
this
a lot
week,
of
a lot
parents
of
made a
parents made
choice
a
not to
choice
take
not to
them
take them
when they
when they
released it.
released it.
But
But
what did they try
what
to
they try
mandate
to
in school?
mandate in
Is
school
my
is
body,
my
my
body,
choice,
my
nigga?
choice, nigga.
Ooh, that's what I'm saying. You know, only when it comes down to their agenda, man, what they want to be talking about, what they think is important, man.
Is it
Is it
my body,
my
my
body,
choice?
my choice?
When you using
We
these
using
same
these same
fetal cell
fetal cell
lines
lines
to
to
produce
produce
your,
your
put in
put
your
in your
human
human
artificial
artificial
sweetness.
sweetness.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm.
Is it that
Is
when
it
it's
that when
used
it's
for
used
organ
for organ
harvest,
harvest,
They don't put that. You know, they're not gonna let that
stem cell
stem cell
that
research?
data
research,
go to
nigga?
waste, man. Stem cell research. Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm.
So
So
who
who
choice is it?
choice is it?
Good question.
Because
Because
if it's
if it's
your
your
choice to do
choice to
that,
do that,
it's my
it's my
choice on the other
choice on the
end.
other end.
Ooh,
And as a matter
And
of
a matter
fact,
of
what's so
fact, what's so
hypocritical,
hypocritical,
a lot of
a
people
lot of
who
people
took
who
it,
took it,
right?
right?
mm-hmm.
They
They
said,
said
I had to
I
take
had
it.
to take it.
My
My
job said
job
take it.
said
I
take
didn't
it. I
have
didn't
no
have no
choice.
choice.
So how you
So
got
how
a
you got
choice
a
now?
choice now?
Ooh,
See what I'm
See what
saying?
I'm saying?
right,
See, this thing can
This thing
always
can
be
always be
flipped back.
flipped back,
right. It always could be flipped back, exactly.
But we
but
don't
we don't
think.
think.
And
But
see, but see,
Um,
what about the man? You know, what about you know what I'm saying? Like you said, the sperm comes before the egg, man.
you know what
you
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm gonna
do
do
on my next show,
on my
not
next
this
show,
one,
not this one,
because I've got the
because
book
I got the
downstairs,
book
but I don't
downstairs,
feel
but
like
I
going to get
don't
it
feel
right
like
now,
going to get it
really,
right now,
because
really, because
just for another
just for
topic.
another topic.
I'm gonna
I'm
read to
gonna
you
read to
them
you them
protocols of the
protocols of
Learned
the
Male
learned
Design,
male design,
Ooh,
and
and
we'll talk about
we'll
who
talk
really
about who
running
really
it,
running it,
or what the
or what the
protocols are.
protocols are.
If I
If
want to
I want
reduce
to
the
reduce the
population of
population of
500 million
500
people,
million people,
abortion is a
abortion is
great
a
way to
great way
start.
to start.
it's a great way to start.
Actually, it's been
Actually,
helping
been
working.
helping working.
Mm.
Marjorie
Marjorie
Sanger even
Sanger
said
even
it.
said it.
But
But
shifting gears a
shifting
little
gears a
bit,
little bit,
because I do
because I
want to
do
talk
want to talk
about
about
this thing
this
with the
thing with the
gun
gun
case.
case.
What's your
What's your
thoughts on it?
thoughts on
I mean, you know, you know, you know, you can't talk about. I don't understand how you're gonna talk about concealed carriers I mean, how they try to first they try to I guess that I think that might have been in. I don't know. I think this might have been Kathy Hogan's little because she made a little executive order or something. Right after Buffalo, and I already knew Buffalo had it. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of red flags with it, man, because right. They already making laws and stuff weeks after and stuff. That's usually how it goes. But for them to try to say at first it's or think it's constitutional for what I'm saying you to just sweat somebody for having a concealed carry. That's why it's called concealed carry. You see what I'm saying? So it's not obvious. You feel what I'm saying? Just to keep it on you and keep it. You know what I'm saying? Concealed in case something happens. You see what I'm saying? It's like shoot. That I don't think it was a bad decision, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it was good, and like, I think this next one, you see what I'm saying? This next one, I think they might just all together. You see what I'm saying? Just go on the I'm not even gonna call it assault rifle, but a AR-15. They're gonna go and they're gonna clear that, man. They're gonna say that that's not a what's that called? What they call it? Assault rifle. So you see what I'm saying? I think the Supreme Court knows when it comes down to it, man. They're not going. They already said that was unconstitutional for them to even have something like that on the book. So hey, hopefully the left, man, and whoever else is just what I'm saying gets this wake up call this midterms, man. Because yeah, man. These people out of control. You see what I'm saying? They're out of control. They doing whatever they want to do.
Now I do like this though. They did give him a smack in the heart
Right.
when they said that they were gonna do this on the anniversary of Prime. Oh yeah.
Mm.
What up?
But my bad. Just to go back to a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna try to confuse nobody, but just go back to a little bit to that Roe versus Wade thing. They was Clarence Thomas said, you know what I'm saying, the next issue or discussion or whatever is going to be same-sex marriage. So these people kind of tell you what, you know what I'm saying, what they're gearing up for before they do it, man. So, not a coincidence that he said that, you know what I mean? It looks like that's going to be challenged and possibly, but yeah, but I mean, they've been trying to take away Second Amendment for a minute, man. They've been trying to, it's just little things, man. And like I said, man, these contrived little, orchestrated little joints these little shootings that they got going on. They had one the other day where in D.C., like last week or something. They keep going on and on. See what they're doing now? They're stopping. They're stopping and they're not so as intense with it as they was, but then they still pushing them. You see what I'm saying? They're still pushing it like a mug. They're still pushing it like a mug. It's not. It ain't. We're not necessarily out of the woods, man. But they slow down with it, man, because they seen, or not everybody, but people like me and you've seen how obvious and just blatantly staged that it is, man. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, they try to. I don't know what they would try to have a problem with somebody for, man. I don't know, but see, what I'm saying, the detective or certain police and certain law enforcement got concealed guns. You see what I'm saying? The what's the name at your bank? You know what I'm saying? These even these security guards be having guns. So I don't understand why it's not nobody's talking about none of these lawmakers or nothing that's questioning them or anything like that. But they want to question the everyday citizens. And I'm saying that lets you know that a lot of our stuff has been under scrutiny and fire, man, and for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? So we can't be surprised, man. We can't be shocked. But yeah, man. It's gonna be watch. It's gonna be some more discussions we're gonna be talking about with the Second Amendment. Watch. You know what I'm saying? But and like I said, man, it's crazy how they lying about the 18. 18 and stuff, man. It should make it to where it's 18. It already is 18, man. To where you can't even buy a handgun at 18. So they're not gonna tell you. The people on TV are not gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you. You see what I'm saying? These people on these media outlets ain't gonna tell you that you can't even buy a damn Glock at 18, man. So I don't understand why. I just don't get it. It's just a lot of hype, fear-based programming. You see what I'm saying? Just to scare you, just to scare people. And man, and it's working. It's working, but it ain't working with us. It ain't working with us.
Let me bring up something right here. I had to go back and find it.
Cool.
Fair use copyright disclaimer on Section 107. 1976 allowance made fair use purposes, criticism, comment, news report, and teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use of use permitted by copyright statute without otherwise being infringement. So I'm gonna play the video. Come from Fox News with us today right now. I ain't really worried about the source. To be honest with you. Just need to get this point across. I ain't even know he was at Bradley. But okay. I gotta pull this up. Okay, let me pull this up right quick because a little sad, but I didn't know about that. Go back and find this thing with Maxine Waters, though. This happened to catch this.
Is
I
it
said,
is that what you sent me? Is that what you sent me last night? You want me to send it to you?
oh, here it is. I found
Protesters taking to the streets for a second day after the Supreme Court handed down its decision overturning Roe v. Wade, allowing states to make their own abortion laws. Protests erupted across the country after.
Hey, go on mute for a minute. Gotcha.
Ruling yesterday. Thousands of people, both pro-life and pro-abortion activists. The protests were mostly peaceful, but last night in our nation's capital, activists burned the American flag. One sign that was next to the burning flag read FMPD, and another reads FU Thomas, Alito, Coney Barrett, Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, Roberts. And police used tear gas to break up a sizable crowd outside the Arizona Senate building. One state senator tweeting, protesters threatened to break the entryway glass. Meantime, back in Washington, Democrats seem to be calling for violence. Watch.
You see this turnout here? You ain't seen nothing yet. The hell with the Supreme Court. We will defy them. We will be out by the thousands. We will be out by the millions. There is a war out there, and we need to recognize that we've got to armor up.
This as the Department of Homeland Security warned extremists could use the Supreme Court's decision to justify their violence. It's kind of amazing to me because, you look at this, and just a few weeks back when you had the Buffalo shooting, you had the Democrats immediately pouncing on conservative rhetoric, saying that was to blame for the shooting. And now you just heard it. You've got these Democrats, these Democratic politicians that are either calling for violence or not condemning violence. I want to play this soundbite from California Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs, and then we'll get your response to this, Laura.
We've seen acts of violence in previous weeks when the leak came out. We've seen people condoning those acts of violence, especially in the wake of today's decision. Your opinion on that?
Frankly, the government trying to tell me what to do with my body feels like an act of violence in and of itself.
As for the actual acts of violence that have taken place, do you condone it? Yes or no?
I think people should do what they think is the most effective way to stand up to this hateful and shameful decision.
Indicating violence is the most effective way to stand up for a shameful decision. And Laura, what happens if somebody goes out and shoots some pro-life people? Do they blame the gun? What's going on here?
It's really frightening, honestly. And we know that they've condoned this violence because you had this group, Jane's Revenge, that has firebombed pro-life offices, has targeted pro-life individuals across the country. Nothing has been truly done about it. You had parents that went to school board meetings and they were called domestic terrorists. This group has not been labeled as a domestic terrorist organization, although very clearly it's I don't know why they haven't. No one has done the right thing when it came to the folks protesting outside of the justices' homes. Where was our attorney general taking steps to make sure that that didn't happen? And now we see after the fact that people are obviously very heated. It is a very tense time in America. And when you have people, leaders that are not stepping up to the plate and saying, do not go out and commit violence. I mean, I don't agree with Joe Biden on much, but at least yesterday, whenever he spoke, he did say that. He did say, we don't want violence, keep everything peaceful. It's a really scary time, and no wonder people are doing it. You have folks like that just saying basically anything goes.
David Webb, it's a very good point she brings up about the Attorney General, right? I mean, he did nothing for those protests outside the justices' homes, which have gone on for weeks now. Right. And it's clearly against the law. And then when the Attorney General comes out yesterday, I mean, how often have you seen an Attorney General weigh in on a Supreme Court decision and really kind of just slam it? It seems like politics is just so heavily involved.
Well, it is. And this is an attorney general who, if they had their way, would be on the Supreme Court. I wonder what his view would be on a protest outside his home. That statement that Merrick Garland issued yesterday, I think it was about 11:30 a.m., he was quick to come out with it, was a political statement, not a statement that should be made by anyone in a law enforcement position. And to your point about Joe Biden saying peace, peace, peace yesterday, This is after a planned assassination of a Supreme Court justice.
Which he still hasn't talked about.
Right, which they haven't spoken out against. So I don't buy it. And to whether it's Congresswoman Maxine Waters, remember, she said go after Trump supporters, harass them if they're on the restaurant, and they did.
Yeah.
So, and the Congresswoman you had in that sound, when you look at it, the Democrats are looking at this as how much can we gin up? They didn't close the Supreme Court, Trace, because of violent people who wanted to pray outside. They closed it because of violent leftists who were threatening to go in. And when you think about Madison, Wisconsin, a few years back, what they did in that building, this is what they're promoting tacitly or implicitly. They either implicitly say it or they tacitly approve it like the president did.
You had a couple of analysts also mention yesterday that, we've seen weeks and weeks of protesting outside the justices' homes, clearly illegal because you cannot protest while a decision is pending.
Right.
But a decision has been made. So now there's an argument that they could legally go and protest in front of these justices' homes, which ups the danger level there. Nicole, I just want to play this soundbite. This is a pro-abortion activist calling for violence against the Supreme Court. Watch.
I'm just convinced we need to burn it all down because at this point, I don't know what else we're supposed to do. I'm advocating for violence. We're supposed to do what? Sit on the sidelines? Light it on fire.
They just want to torch everything.
Well, Trace, part of the reason that there's such an uproar with the SCOTUS decision regarding Roe right now is because the Democrats have allowed the progressive left to radicalize the pro-life movement or the pro-choice movement. But essentially what they're saying, they're having violent demonstrations, they're promoting violence, and now they are radicalizing pro-choice because the majority of Americans are in some favor of some access to abortion with restrictions. The poll after poll tells us that. But what has happened was, even through that Women's Health Protection Act, you had 47 Democratic senators plus President Biden say that they would support that. And what that would do would remove any restrictions when it came to abortion, saying that a baby, up until the moment they breathe their first breath of life, could have an abortion caused to them. And so that the majority of Americans don't necessarily agree with that. So because of that radicalized opinion, you have now galvanized the pro-life movement. You have also taken some of the moderates who are not okay with those late-term abortions, and now they've garnered some more support. So now it's going to go to the states. And at the end of the day, the extremes on both sides, pro-life, pro-choice, these state governors and legislators are not going to win re-election if they take radical sides on any extreme of the argument. And you need to come together and really go for what the American people want.
And we've got about a minute left, and I just want to point this out because I was in Times Square last night and they had a march that came down. There were thousands of people, and it was peaceful. But I talked to some people, and it's surprising to me that most really, or some, believe that the Supreme Court just banned abortion in this country, and they don't realize that it went back to the states where it was for 108.
I was going to say that. That is honestly the most shocking thing to me to have learned in the past 24 hours is just how many people believe what you're saying, Trace.
Yeah.
That they have followed, and by the way, it's the rhetoric. Nicole, you talked about the rhetoric from the left. The left has pushed the idea that abortion is banned, period, in America. That is not the case. And a lot of folks, I think, need to go back and maybe go to high school civics and actually learn how the process in this country works, that now it goes back to the states. And if you believe in our constitutional republic, if you believe in a democratic process, that is what will happen now. And if your state votes to make abortion, up until 20 weeks, 25 weeks, 30 weeks, whatever it is, that'll be in your state. Some states may ban it altogether, but that's the scary part is a lot of people believe that.
There's a responsibility that they've chosen to ignore on the left, and it's not just about this issue. Like immigration, all the other issues, they gin it up and they drive it home. The misinformation benefits them, and then you get the chest beating by the media, the left-wing media, a media which, by the way, now says outright, like Don Lemon and others have done, we don't cover the issues equally, Democrats, Republicans, right, left. So this is going to become more of a problem, and unfortunately, I do believe in some of the states you're going to see more radical action and bad behavior.
10 seconds, Nicole, to wrap us up.
At the end of the day, violence will never be the answer, and especially it's the antithesis for democracy, which is what we are. So I implore all leaders, anyone in the public eye, to not condone violence because people will get hurt and people will die.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Great conversation. We will continue it.
I went to Brian Kilmeade.
What do you think?
Man, it sounds like it's a double standard to me. Yeah, a lot of double standards going on right there, man. Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot of double
Double
standards
standards.
Mm.
and a lot of
A lot of
bullshit.
bullshit.
And see, but and then they trying to justify them being violent. And then the lady talking about, oh well, wherever people want to express themselves, and like, what's wrong with people, man? It's just it's social media made motherfuckers really really more so like wimps, like, man, like, just like, you see what I'm saying? Just like, man, this person, you know what I'm saying? This person, once you have opinion or something like that, man, and somebody don't agree with it, man, it's just like you get to be as sensitive as you want to be and shit, man. You notice that? Like, you see what I'm saying? You could be as sensitive as you want to be and complain as much as you want on social media, man, so that people can hear the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's really, really gotten to the point, man, where it's just like, grow up, man. So be an adult. You see about the situation, man. Just because you don't get your way, like back in the day when, what I'm saying, your parents used to say, and break it down to you, man. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't mean, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean, everything's over, man. But she was right too, man. Like I've been saying, right? I've been saying for the past couple of days. These women, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make it seem like it's banning abortions altogether, and that's not the case, man. See, I mean, that's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? When you don't read, you don't do your research, man. You don't, you see what I'm saying? Check into stuff, man. Fact check and stuff your damn self. You let the mainstream media tell you, you know what I'm saying, what to do and, how they're doing it and shit. I think that's really strange, man, and really weird. You see what I'm saying? But that just goes to show too, man. Not a lot of people are adults, man. And it's sad, man. That America shapes the public opinion, man, and molds it, man. Like how you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's up, man?
It's a sad thing. Big Shaq, what up?
Man?
What up, Shaq?
Hey, Frank.
What up?
This is how we're gonna get rid of the echo. You know what we're gonna do?
Hmm.
You go on mute when we talk, right?
Hmm.
And then you come in. I'm gonna just say Frank come in. Yeah, because I hear the echo, and I know last time I heard it. I don't know what they're doing, but we're gonna be smarter. What's up, Shaq?
Peace, players.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? I look, I ain't blaming me on here that long, man, but hey, I had to come in and get my. What the hell, Dawson? Oh yeah, so let me tell you something. Yeah. So I told you about the brother coffee shop. Around Richmond. I told you about it, right?
Right.
So we got good friend Queen Dawson on there, and she went in on the comment section. They Facebook blocked her for going against their community standards for comment. Right? She was going in. Give her credit. Right?
Is the bishop in the chat down there? Who that is?
Yeah.
What up, Bishop?
But they put her on. They put her on the blast. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's all right. Because this shit's some crazy stuff. But I'm gonna go back and paraphrase. I know you came in 40 minutes into, but I'm gonna ask you for your two questions. No, don't go on mute. I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. What do you think about the Roe versus Wade decision and the gun rights issue?
The decision, huh? I don't know why people me, man. I keep saying the fake outrage, man, because if people really understand what their situation was, the court shouldn't even have no dealings in even making a decision on it anyway. So, but with the gun, you talking about the gun rights? Well, we know what they're trying to do with the gun rights, man. This is my synopsis. And like Bianca said earlier, he didn't want me to bring race in it, but I got no choice but to. They, and whoever they is, decided to make it a race war. They continue to bring in so-called foreigners. They open the borders. I think that they're trying to get rid of the guns with because they're trying to stack and double stack the so-called white race. I could be wrong, but it's just mighty funny that they allowing a lot of Europeans come in here, and you see, you got foreigners that's in our government, Pelosi, and we can name a list of them. When you get those type of people from other countries that don't necessarily have American values, American-born, American-bred values, they don't care and they don't mind lobbying, bringing in laws and all type of felonious legislation and stuff, right? That's not tangible to the so-called American people. I think they want to bring some in because, and this AKA pandemic was another one of their scripts that they ran on us, right? To flood in a lot of people, flood in guns, flood out money, right? To funnel money out to the proper channels, flood in the people that they wanted to flood in up under the radar. You know what I mean? I think they just trying to stack their race, the right race. It's dwindling down, as we can see, because of the SAD, the Standard American Diet. And the uprise in more and more so-called Black Americans, American indigenous people, it's more and more information is coming out that they've been lied to. Your identity has been changed, you know what I'm saying? Your lineage has been changed, and people are waking up. A lot of people is getting more conscious and waking up from this bad dream, this bad nightmare, and they trying to prepare for what's coming down the pike. And I think that's why they're going to slide in certain people into positions of law enforcement. Hey, because they're not going to have the sentiment to not take down an unarmed, aka American protester. I could be wrong. That's my words. This is Shaq, aka Ben Gotcha, and I approve this message.
Hey, Frank, come back. He must have got off. But pretty good. I like that. I like your analysis on it. Come back though.
Huh?
What about the guns?
But I don't think they're trying to get rid of guns. I think that's just
a smoke screen.
A smoke screen, because they're not going to really be able to really get rid of guns. But they want to get it in people's mind. You see, you know what they play mind tricks. So they're going to play mind tricks on the weak-minded people to say, oh, it's too many guns. Oh, it's too much gun violence. Oh, I want to get my guns up. And now you what? You're already an enemy of the state. Now you're the target. Now you're a soft target of the state. So you can't defend against any tyrannical what? Because it's coming down the pipe. There you go. You're bringing in all these foreigners. Let's just be honest. They're eventually going to overtake and overthrow and bring their own policies in. Because they, believe it or not, what the popular opinion is, this American country has resources. If it didn't, and it's rich soil over it, if it was not resources and rich soil, why do you constantly see everybody coming to this continent? From Asia, UK, Africa, they coming here. Why? They could come here and get rich. How many Americans really go to them other continents and really get rich? A Mexican go from where they from and go to there and get rich. They could come here. People come from the Caribbean and come to America. Everybody can come to America. Yeah, you might have to work your way up, but that's the opposite. You can work your way up from nothing, from dirt poor, to have some type of wealth. Now you think the people who get in that position, they're gonna try to protect that.
That's right. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got banned. My fucking internet tripping, man. I got bumped off and stuff. But yeah, man. He right. You can't go to their country, man. You know, you cannot go to their country, man. And it's like this goes to show too, man, how entitled these women are, man. And these people are, man. And this leftist Democrat, society that they're trying to push, man. It's just a one-sided kind of like narrative. You see what I'm saying? One-sided, just one-sided, man. And it's really all about control at the end of the day, man. You see what I'm saying? It's all about control. But see, these females got, they're not trying to do their research. They're just strictly in their emotions. That's why they're women, because you see what I'm saying. They deal with mostly emotions. They're not, seeing and thinking about any kind of critical thinking or logic when it comes out of the situation about this incident. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm not. I'm just like looking at this thing, man. Like, um, it's just like I said, man. These females, man. They really got to see, man, and just really wake up, man. You know what I mean? They're getting used by this society, man. They're getting used by this government. You see what I'm saying? As another prop, man, a political football, man. In this instant, they know that this is gonna have the women, and they're still doing this right before election time, man. They're doing this right before election time. You see what I'm saying?
Well, definitely
Like I
use
said,
it for
football.
and then last night, like I said last night, you would think that, you see what I'm saying, the way these women are acting, you would think that, you see what I'm saying, that these states in this government then, stop the right to have kids. But they really, protested on the opposite, man. You see what I'm saying? They protested on the opposite, and they protested on the right to kill kids. It's really interesting dynamic, man. The mental health, like I said last night, man, it has to be checked, though. And not even just on black women, man, just on these women, period, man, in general. And as for them females stalking your boy's page on Facebook, man, that was crazy, dude. And that just goes to show that we don't stick together, man. We talk about the white man this and the so-called white man that, but we jump on their fights and stuff like that. We'll jump on their talking points, man. We'll regurgitate what they gotta say. We'll make it seem like their fight is our fight, because at the same time, really, to keep it 100 with you, this is they really they want to make it to where, you see what I'm saying, these white women, you see what I'm saying, could still reproduce, man. They don't like that. A lot of these motherfuckers wanted to make it to where these white women still have kids and have generations to come. You see what I'm saying? But it's the opposite for us. They want to make it to where, you see what I'm saying, they don't want our women to have kids and procreate. Y'all see how they work? You see how these politicians do, man? It's cold, dude. They do it for, it's like, it's a double-edged sword when it comes down to us, man. It comes down to this situation, but they really want to make it seem, want to make it to where these white women, so-called whatever, they could maintain they stock, man, and maintain and keep having kids, man. Because you see what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. But see, they know that this is a trigger, and like I said, them buzzwords and trigger words for our people, man. They know that's going to be a buzz and trigger word. It is a buzz and trigger word for our women, man. Our women go against us when it comes to, it just goes to show how much they go against us, man. You know what I'm saying? The majority of us, there's some dudes too, though. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of them simps and some betas, man, over here, you know what I'm saying?
Some of them was on that page too, man.
I seen it. Except to the Simpsons and betas, you know what I'm saying, over here debating the fact too, which I think is really weird, man, really strange. You see what I'm saying? So, we're lost,
emasculated
energy. Yeah, and it's just like we're lost as a people. We're lost, man. We can't agree on certain, modest topics, honest, modest topics, man. That just doesn't really make sense to me. It just really baffles the mind. You see what I'm saying? You would think that as a black woman, you would want to have kids. You're the nurturer. I'm not the nurturer. You're the nurturer. Why are you so up in arms about, what I'm saying, possibly not having kids, and possibly, you see what I'm saying, if you make a mistake, killing your kid? Why are you so up in arms about that? I don't understand that.
Laws of responsibility.
And you looking at me, the black man.
Responsibility.
Right. You looking at me, the so-called black man, as and me looking at me a certain kind of way and funny, because I'm mad that you killing the kids. I'm mad that you know what I'm saying, and I'm against that. I'm for life and you're against it, but yet I'm not the nurturer and you are. How much sense does that make?
Hey, Frank, can I add something to what you just said?
Can I
add something to what you just said, Frank? When did women not really ever had the choice to do with their body outside of so-called slavery? They always had the choice to drink, eat, sleep, and do whatever. Have sex with who they want to have sex with. Do what they want to do. So what's the problem? Because whether if this is going to be a law or not in certain states, because it's per state now, the state make the choice whether they want to legalize it or not. They still going to find a way to do what the hell they want to do. You think come on, man, stop.
You're right.
Some of these females get treated like A, B, C list celebrities. So you're right, Shaq. So I don't want to hear all that. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's the men that fucking kiss their ass. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, it's the men that kiss their ass. Honestly, it's the men that you see what I'm saying? The men that hype these females up. You see what I'm saying? And right, these executives from these companies and these corporations and stuff like that, that's giving these females opportunities and bigging these females heads up, and putting them in sex working industries, and you see what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a crazy little situation, man. But I mean, the nurture thing is out the window. I don't want to hear nothing about no nurturing no more. I don't want to hear nothing about no. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to hear it, man. I'm sorry, man. Y'all, yeah, maybe we could talk about foreign women. We could talk about certain foreign women and the females overseas and stuff like that, but I don't want to hear nothing.
Let me bring something to y'all right quick. Gotta bring this out before I go, okay? Dick's Sporting Goods, corporate America on Friday swiftly responded to the U.S. decision to overturn legal abortion, with dozens of corporate giants pledging finances who are seeking abortion in living states to ban abortion. Dick's Sporting Goods, Dick's Sporting Goods is one. J.P. Morgan, who owns slaves, right? Gucci, I think it's Apple, Lyft, Yelp. They will cover employees who travel out of state for medical care regarding abortion. Amazon said it would cover costs for employees seeking abortion in states where the procedure is made legal. So, but I thought we was boycotting Gucci anyway. Could have fooled me, right? I thought we were boycotting Gucci. So, I don't know. I guess.
But y'all, you see how like these people they went in boycott. They ain't not protesting these high gas prices. They're not protesting these. You know what I'm saying? These low ass wages. You know what I'm saying? High ass cost of living. They're not protesting. You see what I'm saying? The shortage of the baby formula. I said that a month ago. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be the most outraged. Y'all complaining, and I see on Twitter, all the internet talking about a shortage and you can't get your baby, this and that. Why aren't you not protesting? Why are you not out in the streets? You see what I'm saying? Because y'all, let's just keep it 100. Why these females' babies come last, dude? They use their babies as a bargaining chip with the man in the government. You see what I'm saying? Let's just keep it real. I just had to say it, man. I just had to get funky with it, man. You see what I'm saying? Cause
hey, man. That's what you say.
It seems like the men are more the nurturers.
I can't speak for all women because some women don't, but I will say this. Hey, you do have some. So let's not use fake outrage. And the man, Frank, is only expressing, well, actually, he's not expressing no opinion. He actually expressing a fact about some of it. So I ain't gonna, but he had the right to be entitled to that too.
I see, what's it, Monel down in the chat? Say, just trying to see if we're gonna fall for it. We're trying to see if people gonna fall for it, man. Anything, fall for the guns and all that. If you're gonna give your guns up, you give all your rights up, because you got rights, but people don't even know the rights they got. It should be, like I said, I always say this try to protest, not even protest. Just try to fight for tangible things. And you can do that on your platform, just like you people go and leave nasty comments in people chat rooms and stuff like that. That's definitely tangible things we can be asking for the state.
Happened today.
From your state.
Biden signs gun control bill in wake of daily mass shootings. Lives will be saved. Signed the most significant gun control bill in nearly 30 years today. So what are all the rules?
Well, you know what the people got to start doing, Frank Bernard? We gotta say no. We don't agree with the rulings. I mean, we don't agree with the gun with the gun laws, depending on what they are. Because I don't know what's in them yet. Have y'all read what's in them?
Well, they got red flag laws in this one. We got to look at that.
And what is the ref? What is that? Who's that title, dude? A lot of people could be under that. You could take something out of context that you put on the internet and be like, and red flag you, right?
That's exactly where they're going with it, Frank. You know that.
Yeah, dude. I see what they're doing, man.
You know that. You see people losing their jobs for stuff they posting online. So you know they're going down that road. They already got a list of people already on the list, red flag list.
Well, like I said, you know, time people to fight back, baby. Stand up.
And I want to say this: I'm pro government, but I'm anti dirty government. You gotta put this shit out there because see they're trying to put you in the category. And watch out for the BIE again. Black, what?
Identity extremists.
I'm telling you, they already set the play up now, and that was doing Obama's turn. Hey, don't think they ain't gonna roll it back in when they get these motherfucking race soldiers coming in. These new race soldiers, new class of so-called law enforcement that they hired. The picture that you Miss Dawson sent us, and that's just where she at. Imagine where all over the country. What is the new recruiting class for these different positions of law enforcement? What they looking like? What they training?
Well, there you go. But like I said, I wasn't gonna hold y'all too long today. I just wanted to just give my thing and shout out to the brother Brewers Cafe down here in Richmond. I gotta say this, man. You know, like I said, everybody's not agreeing. They don't have to agree with you, but for them to be talking about, you know, things like what they said online. I mean, I don't want to get some of the comments because I can go over 2,000 comments or whatever it is and stuff like that. But to take a shot at trying to destroy a man's business because you don't agree, that's on you. But got to be more tactful than that. Because I saw a lot of white people. I saw a lot of white people attacking this man too. And y'all should not be used as cannon fodder for white people.
No, let me ask you. What's the common race of people, ethnic group that's in this area that he's in? This particular city, zip code, or whatever county he's in?
It's mostly black, but it's gentrifying.
So there you go. Now don't get mad a year or two from now when that coffee shop not there and you got some Afghans in that area running the coffee. They're gonna put 3-4 coffee shops in the area. So
I grew up down that way.
Sometimes
I grew up down there.
See, sometimes we be our own great demise, man. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, brother. And but shout out to y'all information. Y'all got some great ideas.
Word, all right. Yeah, man. Good looking out for having me on here again, BJ, man. My bad with this little echo situation. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. But yeah, man. So you could hit me on my page, you know what I'm saying? YouTube page at XX Frank Nitty XX, man, or Frank Jones 8115, you know what I mean? And yeah, like and subscribe, man. Hit me up, man. Check out the little content, man. It's only about to get better, man.
Yeah, Shaq, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Salute to you good brothers, man. Y'all need to keep up the good work, Frank, man. You're doing good on your platform. It takes time to grow, man. Just keep up the good work, man. Keep doing your research, man. It takes time to grow. Bernard, appreciate your research and work, man. Y'all guys are men trying to stand 10 toes down in this man shit. Salute the Bishop. You know what I mean? He always supporting, man. He doing his thing, man. And y'all go check out Bishop, man, every Wednesday, man. His show on Blog Talk, man. It's got the G-Man Speaks, right? Is that the name of the show, Bernard?
Where's it at?
Bishop Show. You can catch me on Bishop Show on Wednesdays at what's that, 7 p.m.? No, 6 p.m.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can probably catch me in the comments or in the caller section every Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Judge O'Brown Show.
But thank you.
But
look.
Yeah. Catch me on
Y'all
Instagram, man. CLE Smooth 81.
Just keep it. And y'all know you give me Bernard Johnson 1919 BJ Dawson 1990 BJ Cash App, so forth and like. Bernard 1121 Instagram. Just be careful. Don't be in a crowded area, because I don't know what these nutcakes will do. Most of them look like white women but you still got nuts that's out there flashing things in the right area. But don't worry, it's just like BLM. It's only in a concentrated area, so don't worry about it too much. But just be careful. Just take your time.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Peace.